everyone, welcome back to the Davis at Home. So on today's episode, I am going to talk to you about back to school and how to get your preschooler ready for kindergarten. If you are new to our channel, please subscribe. We have a lot of fun stuff about parenthood, lifestyle, and building our home, but please share down in your comments down below. I really enjoy reading all your comments and I appreciate all your comments as well. So let me know any more tricks or tips that you have for me and I would greatly appreciate it. So back to it, I am going to talk to you about back to school. I have a kindergartner that is starting kindergarten this year. I actually have a preschooler that is starting kindergarten this year. So I am excited to send her back. I know all the moms out there are just wanting to send their kids back because they are tired of mommy this, mommy that. So I am excited to send my kids off. And in 2 weeks time, the kids are going back to school. So oh my gosh, I am here to share with you some tips that I learned from sending Jaden, who is my first child. He's going to be in 3rd grade this year. So I learned some tips of sending him back to school, and I am going to share my tips with you to see if it's helpful. If you have any more helpful tips, please, like I said, share them in your comments down below. So tip number 1, you need to teach your kid to wipe after themselves after using the bathroom. And I am talking number 2. In preschool, you could have the preschool teacher help your preschooler, but in kindergarten, you cannot disrupt the class and or ask your teacher to go help you wipe. So you need to teach them independence in that aspect. It's kind of weird, but you need to help them wipe and not come home all crusty down in their bottoms and cause any constipations because they're uncomfortable or anything like that. So teach them how to wipe themselves very good after using the bathroom. The next tip that I have for you is to teach them how to tie their shoelaces. It's very important. It's either they learn how to tie their shoelaces or you get shoes that don't have laces so that they're not stepping on their shoelaces at school. I feel like it's a big fall risk and it just doesn't make them tidy in my opinion. So make sure you teach them how to tie their shoelaces or get them shoes that don't need shoelaces. But there are actually things that you could actually use if you plan on getting shoes that have laces and maybe you're a little behind on teaching your kids on how to tie their shoelaces. By the way, there are videos out there on YouTube that your kids can watch and learn. I know that my son, we struggled trying to teach him, but it was because we were trying to do it ourselves and we didn't know about the YouTube videos out there. So we got these drawstring laces that I will link down below. It's on Amazon and it's great. We put them on and it was just perfect. And then we worked on him learning how to tie his laces. So I will link that below, but there are also videos out there on YouTube that you can find on teaching your preschooler how to tie their shoelace. And the third one is teaching their parents' phone numbers and addresses. So they need to know this, especially if you're parents that are sending your kids off to school in school buses or whatnot. There's so many things that are going on in schools lately that it's very important that you teach them your phone numbers and home addresses for emergencies. Now you need to stress that it is only for emergencies. I'm going to tell you a story. When Jaden was in kindergarten, I randomly got a phone call from one of his friends. I got a phone call from a girl who he actually gave my phone number to, he set up a play date with her. And I got a phone call from her asking when the play date was gonna be. So I had to kind of train him and tell him this wasn't for you setting up dates and all kinds of stuff with girls, but it was for emergencies. So anyway, you teach them your phone numbers and your address, and you make sure you educate them that it's for emergencies. It's not for giving them it out to their friends and strangers. And you basically need them to know it for when something very important happens and somebody needs to get a hold of you. Okay. The next one is to teach them how to dress themselves. This is very important. If you're a busy mom like me, you don't have time to dress your kids. My kids start off school at 7:45, and that's when they actually start school, not when you have to drop them off. So it's very important that they help you out a little bit, especially if you have 2 or 3 kids that you're trying, or 4, if you're trying to get them all ready for school. They need to be able to dress themselves to help you out in the morning so it's not too chaotic. I have a tip here that I do for my kids. So basically, you can get a big Ziploc bag. You can put the uniform or clothes for the week in each Ziploc bag with their underwear and their socks and everything they need in there, and put them in their drawers, and you could label them. And so all they have to do is just pick them up and take out the clothes and put it on. It's easier, it's less frustrating. They're not now looking for socks and asking you, Mom, where's my underwear? Mom, where's my shirt? And so everything is packed in there. And you can do this on Sundays when they're doing their chores. You make sure you tell them to pack everything, you check everything, and it's there in the drawer so they can just grab and put it on, and it's easier and less frustrating for everybody. Okay. The next one is to train them on nighttime routine. So if you're like me, I'm busy, but I love my sleep. And if I don't get enough sleep, I am cranky. So these are little kids. These are not college students or high school students that need to be staying up to study at night. They need to get as much sleep as possible so they can be rested and be refreshed and be able to get all that information that they need from school. So you need to get them into a nighttime routine. And I think I can suggest that you could maybe try about 2 weeks from now. So like if school starts in 2 weeks, just try to get them into a nighttime routine from now, so that by time school comes, they are in the routine, they know what to do. And what I could also suggest is having like a little clock that you could shade or color the routine. And one of these days I'm gonna try to show an example of it. But basically they know that 6 o'clock is maybe their homework time, 7 o'clock is getting in the shower and getting dressed, and then get them in bed for about 8 o'clock or something like that. They know, and you practice, and you don't have to talk too much. You don't have to scream and yell at them. And it's a very good tip. So try to get them in a good nighttime routine so they are very rested, they can get enough sleep, and they don't cheat Mother Nature, and they're able to get as much information as they can and not feel too tired or frustrated at school. Now, nighttime routine is very important, but a good morning routine is also very important. They need to know their motor skills so they could feed themselves. So no more feeding in the bed, no more spoon feeding. They need to know that when they get up from bed, they need to say their prayers. If they have a devotion or whatever, they need to know these things and have breakfast. This is what they need to do next and whatnot. They need to get in that routine so it's not chaotic and you're not pulling your hair out. If you're like me who works, you are not frustrated by the time you get to the office. So make sure you teach them a good morning routine as well, so that when it comes down to school time, both of you all are not frustrated and everything runs smoothly. We are cramped up in an apartment right now, so it's very important that I keep them in a morning routine so they know that, this goes to the heat. Jaden goes to the bathroom first, Gabrielle goes to the bathroom second. This is what they need to do. So in the mornings, it runs smoothly. So I am not exhausted. They are not exhausted. There's no yelling and screaming by the time they get to school, because yelling and screaming at them, they get to school and they just don't want to be there. They don't look forward to going to school, but you need to get them in a routine where they feel confident going to school and they are ready to take on, because it's going to be a long school year, especially with this COVID virus. They need to actually have that confidence going in and out of school. So we have Gabrielle joining us. But anyway, I wanted to share with you a couple more tips. Teaching them good manners, teaching them how to say yes, please, no, thank you, yes, sir, yes, ma'am. Those are good, respectful communication that you could instill in them. They are respectful to their teachers. They are respectful to you. They are respectful to their friends as well. And it helps teach other kids that don't have that. It's a good, thing to teach that they could also teach their friends. So anyway, that's it on that. You will need to also teach them good communication. They are going to school. They are frustrated. They don't know what's happening, Preschool is totally different from kindergarten. Kindergarten is bigger. They don't know these people if they are going to a whole new school. So it's important to actually communicate with them with, what was the best part of your day, rather than how was school today. They're going to say it was good. But if you teach them what was the best part of your day, what was the worst part of your day, is there anything that stood out to you that I should know about? And this helps for you to know if there's anything at all, because kids don't know how to tell you if bad things are happening to them at school. So you need to have that communication with them where you communicate openly. You have that open communication with them, rather than asking them, how was your day, and just moving on with that. You ask them, what was the best part of your day? What was the worst part of your day? Can you tell me what was the best meal you had today? Just fun stuff like that. What was the best part about recess? What was so important that you did today that you cannot wait to do again? Stuff like that is very crucial. You get to know more about their day. You get to know ahead of time if there are any issues, and you need to do this daily so that you can have that communication with them and find out if there's anything bad happening to them at school. All right, like I said, if you have any more tips, please drop them down below. I am still learning, so I would like to hear more tips from you. Just drop them down below, like and share this video, and let me know your thoughts about this video. Thank you so much.
Thank you.